Hi everyone, it's Carolyn and I'm super excited to share a project for the Very Crafty Holiday promotion that we're doing on the MFT YouTube channel this week. Today, my project will focus on creating some super fun and unique gift tags featuring the new cross-stitch tag dynamics. I created a set of 5 cross-stitch tags that would be awesome to add to your holiday gifts or give to a friend or loved one for their holiday gift giving. Because the cross-stitch tag die is so detailed, I decided to use my precision base plate in my Big Shot, as it's great for making sure those detailed dies cut all the way through. I sandwich it on top of my magnetic platform, and then I'm placing the cross-stitch tag die on top of a 4 1/4 inch by 5 1/2 inch piece of craft cardstock, using a couple pieces of washi tape to hold the die in place. I place my cutting pad on top of that, and I do a couple of passes through my Big Shot, just to make sure it cuts thoroughly. There are lots of little dots to punch out, so I found that if I placed a paper plate under the tag while I poked those holes out with my tweezers, it was a lot less messy. I had most of the tools that I needed in my crafty stash, but you can find what you need at your favorite craft or fabric store. You'll need embroidery needles with a large eye, embroidery floss, some small scissors, and a needle threader for ease in getting the floss through the eye of the needle. I found for the tags that using a full piece of embroidery floss was best, as it filled up those holes perfectly. And I also found that if I threaded a needle with each of the colors that I was using, the transitions between colors was a lot easier. This is the picture that I found on Pinterest that inspired my tags. I altered the designs a bit to fit the tag I was using. Each tag has 17 stitches on the short side and 21 stitches on the long side. I used a piece of grid paper to lay out the designs and remove some of the columns to fit my tag. Next, I refer to the grid as I start stitching, counting over from the left edge how many open spaces I need, and then placing my first stitch. I use my finger to help guide the needle from the back of the tag through the first hole. I hold the tail of the floss with my finger as I start to stitch until it can get caught in the stitching. This provides for a pretty neat and tidy back. I continue to stitch away, referring constantly to my grid design to make sure I'm staying on track with the pattern. If you make a mistake, removing the stitches is super easy, as you can just remove the needle and pull out the incorrect stitches. I found a ton of simple holiday cross-stitch patterns on Pinterest, and many were super easy to alter in order to fit my tag. For my set of tags, I only stitched the focal pattern, but you could also stitch the background to fill all the holes. Honestly, you can go as simple or as detailed as you'd like, and even venture into other stitches and details. I'll warn you though, these tags are addicting. Once you start, you won't be able to stop. I also found that it was super easy to do while I was sitting in front of the TV, binge watching my favorite TV shows. I found this to be super relaxing and therapeutic, so I can see doing this as often as I have some downtime. Before I run out of floss, I secure the tail by pulling my needle through several of the stitches on the back, and snip off the end with my scissors. This will keep that tail in place and will help to keep the back of the tag from looking too messy. I think we all know I have issues with messes. I do the same thing with the next string of floss, pulling the tail through several of the stitches on the back of the tag and continuing on with my stitching. Now it's time to transition to another color. And basically, I'm repeating the same steps that I did for adding another string of red floss, but this time with white floss. I push the needle through a few of the stitches on the back, pull the floss through, hold the tail in place while I start my stitching, and continue on as shown in the pattern until the tail is secure. It's really pretty simple, and once you get the hang of it, it comes together like magic. I love seeing those blank spaces get filled with color to create a pattern. It's like it comes to life when you add those colorful stitches. And it's so satisfying to know that you put your heart and soul into creating something truly special for someone you love and care about. Anything handmade or made from the heart is gift enough for me, and I think for most of us. Finishing off the white floss is the same as when I ended the red floss. You push the needle through a few of the stitches on the back, pull the thread through, and snip off the end with your scissors. And then just keep repeating these steps until you've completed the pattern. To finish the tags, I die cut the tag shape without the stitching grid 5 times from some craft cardstock, and the top of the tags and hole supports from some jelly bean green, poppy, and smooth white cardstock so that I could mix and match the colors with the tags. I'm removing the tag hole with my tweezers, and then I'm adhering one of the hole supports to the tag topper with a glue pin. Glue pins are great for small details like this, and my tweezers are always a help to adhere these tiny pieces to the tag. They're like a third hand. Next, I'm adhering the topper to the tag with my permanent tape runner, making sure to align the two pieces perfectly. As a final detail, I wanted to add some ribbon, but before I do that, I place the blank tag on the back of the stitch tag. This will give me a place to write a message or name to identify the package. I'm threading some red satin ribbon through the tag hole, and I'll secure it with some burlap twine. I tie the twine into a bow and trim off both the ribbon and the tails of the twine with my scissors. I didn't do it with my tags, but you could easily add a stamped sentiment on the front of the tags if you wanted to. And I think you could use these tags from year to year by just replacing the back tag with a fresh blank one. And once I finish trimming off the tails of the twine, we're done. I've added the tag to a package to show you how cute they'll look under your Christmas tree. And here's a look at the whole set of finished tags. I truly feel that these tags will soon become a beautiful tradition for many holidays to come. We've linked a 2-page PDF of the patterns for these 5 tags below, so I hope you'll make up some cross-stitch holiday tags of your own. Please leave a comment on this video for your chance to win a $50 gift voucher to the MFT online boutique. You'll have a chance to win with all 5 videos posted this week, so be sure and come back tomorrow for more crafty holiday fun. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.